अच्छा,
बहुत साल हो गया था इसे चेंज कर दिया. Okay, so 32 parts of the body. That is one thing what is advisable for two of the hindrances. One is the Kama Chanda and Vyapada. In that, especially Kama Chanda, Kalpana had a question about how do we contemplate. So when I take hair, should I look at temperature and air and all that? No. Actually, if you look at Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, that is one nice sutta. Don't read it now because you will not be able to understand the other part of it. You will understand about the 5 dhatus, but you will not understand what he talks about consciousness and how it is and how you can get liberation using consciousness. So that is something you should not do it today, but it is required after some time you can do it. So in that he gives the description of all the 5 different kind of dhatu, including Vijnana dhatu, which is 6th dhatu. So you have to take only 2 things. One is liquid, one is solid, because that is easy to comprehend or meditate or whatever. So that Kama Chanda will drop off. So that is helpful for Anagami process. And the other 4 are very good from Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhat, like that. So if we were to meditate on these 2, if I touch hair, body hair or head hair, so I have to really feel like if I touch my hair, what is that I'm feeling? Or the beard. So I can touch on both. One is the head hair and one is the body hair. So I can feel that they both are rough, at least on my body. If they are full, then on the scalp, then it will be smooth or it will be curved. Like that I can see it on my body, how the hairs are. So generally they are either smooth or it is rough. Only 2 things we'll find. Okay, so then the question should be asked is, did I ask for this? Did I ask, okay, give me hairs? And the hairs came. No, nobody asked for hairs. So what happens here is that the consciousness enters into the mother's womb and then it keeps on moving. It doesn't stop anywhere. So as the blueprint is given, the body keeps on getting formed and broken, formed, broken, formed, broken, like that. So and it is arising, passing away, arising, passing away. So the hairs have arisen and it will pass away, but that is solid. So what we can find out is this whole skin, body hair, then the hair, then the teeth, then the nails, okay, and the bone. They are made out of stone and they are made out of clay. Only 2 things we will find. We will not find anything other than these 2. And what we need to do is we need to observe the plants and the trees. They are also coming in the same way as human beings and animals are growing. So there is no difference between animal, plant and humans. Even birds or insects or all of that, they exactly form the same. So there is a bija, which is seed. There is a human seed, there is an animal seed, there is a bird seed, then there is an insect seed, and all of these seeds. A consciousness, at one point, it starts germinating in each one of them. So it comes together. Okay, and it doesn't distinguish between a human being and a plant. It doesn't distinguish between an animal and a human being. It doesn't distinguish between a girl and a boy. It doesn't distinguish between a woman and a man. It doesn't distinguish between a male, a tall person or a short person. It doesn't distinguish between the fat and the lean. It doesn't distinguish between a tree and a small stem. And it doesn't distinguish between the weed and the flowering plant. So it doesn't distinguish. Wherever consciousness falls, life evolves. This we can see. And you can see in everything, like in plant or in animal or in human, insects, fishes, all of that kind. There is softness, hardness, and there is watery, liquid. So saliva is liquid, urine is liquid, then the sweat is liquid. So we can take little bit of it just to investigate. Then after some time, if we were to close our eyes and look at all of this, let's say I'm interested in a girl and I start to see her body at the time when she was in the mother's womb. And now I see that girl fully grown. If I were to compare these two, what am I seeing? It's only food I'm seeing. I'm not seeing a female or a male or whatever it is. So this is what the contemplation I need to do. So let's say I'm feeling sexually interested in somebody and I don't know what to do. So then what I can do is I can bring this up. Immediately the Kamachanda will go away because it cannot stay. Similarly, the Vyapada, that is the irritation, the agitation, aggressiveness, all of this has happened because on the backside of Kamachanda is the Vyapada, where you want to possess, or I want to possess that girl or that material or that computer or whatever object. So the moment I do this contemplation of Dhatu, the Vyapada will reduce, and now I have to apply metta to that. When I apply metta, what happens here is that I will see eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, or the touching pottabha, then the kaya, this kaya with pottabha, then I will see the mind. So what is the state of my mind? And that will be the state of next birth, next moment's birth. So let's say I'm interested in a female body, and then I get an eye which likes the female body. I get the ear which enjoys the sound of the female. Then I get the nose which will attract me to enjoy the liquid or whatever it is of female. Then I get the tongue to taste the female, and I will get the body sensation, touch, to touch her body. So I can now for myself know that I am in a Kamaloka. So I don't have to really go and ask a Thero or a Bhante or somebody, am I a Anagami, am I a Sakadagami, am I a Sotapanna? It's very quite obvious to me itself. Where is my interest? My interest right now is in that female part. Forget female. Can be computer, can be laptop, can be some tasty food, can be in nice music which is coming, can be in nice mountains, streams, or I'm watching a movie, or whatever it is. So all those are Kamaloka because it distorts the reality. And that's the reason it is called as Kama. Ka plus Ama. Ama means what is putrefying or decaying, and Ka means bad, which will take you to a bad domain, bad place of existence is Kama. So from the lowest of the realm to the Deva realm of existence, the Kama survives in one or the other form. Now in our case, in 4 or 5 or whatever number of people we are, if we are Sotapanna, then we will be reborn in Kamaloka, but not lower, but a higher Kamaloka, like the human, which is better, because you get pleasure and pain both. And in a Sotapanna, the pain is lesser than the pleasure. I can give my own example from the Thero whom I had met in Sri Lanka. If I were to go by his words, and which is so true, if I were to see, I am not working anywhere, actually. But I have no worry about what will I do for my food, what will I do for my shelter, what will I do for my clothing, what do I do for my medicine. No, I am very happy. So Sotapanna will have happiness in his life, but that doesn't mean he is not interested in Kamaloka. He is interested. So right at present, if I go by what the Thero said, that my previous life I was a Jati Sotapanna, that is, I was a Sotapanna from my previous birth, if I were to be taking it as true, and if I take my life from my childhood till now, I have not suffered for food, shelter, clothing, medicines. I have not suffered. I might not be that rich. I might not be that poor. But there is not even a single day I can remember that I was very unhappy. No. I was very happy. During my childhood, maybe I would have been unhappy, but from 98 or 99 till date, not anything I can call it as unhappiness. So that is the phala of a Sotapanna. So if I don't go into Anagami, what will happen? No, nothing is going to happen. I will have this Dhamma, which is I'm right now doing, will take me into a heaven realm of existence, and after that again I'll come back as a human being. Like that I'll be doing for 7 births, and then after that I become a Arhat. This is what is going to happen. Nothing else is going to happen. So we have to see what is making us to go behind. Okay, and we can ourselves come to know. We don't have to go and ask anyone. You don't have to ask me, or I don't have to ask you that whether I'm an Anagami or a Sakadagami or a Sotapanna or not even Sotapanna. I don't have to ask, because I will come to know where my eye is going. Let's say another example I can give you is, I used to go to America number of times for work. So there people used to wear very short dresses, which will make everything look. So you don't have to literally guess what they are wearing or what they are not wearing. It is very quite obvious. So for an Indian who has gone into America and he sees the girl or a woman in that way for the very first time, the Kama comes out. Okay. And it's very attractive. Fine. There's nothing wrong with that. With a female body being shown, there is no problem. Now, if I apply Buddha Dhamma, then what happens is, where is my eye going? My eye is going and attaching itself to that object. 1 minute, I will make it mute. Okay, so the eye is going and attaching to one particular object. Can be eyes, it can be part of the body or whatever it is. So it is getting there. Then the taste will start, meaning taste will start internally saying that there is something valuable over there and I need to enjoy that woman or girl or whatever it is. So I used to watch people looking and all that. I used to feel how we see things, the eyes, the ears, the nose, tongue, and the touch. We can 100% know that. That means as a Sotapanna, you will come to know where your mind is going, where it is attaching to, where it is clinging to. That is craving, that craving tanha, where it is. So if you keep on watching on the tanha, you will see a beautiful thing happening in front of you, that you know what is that you are attracted to. That you will come to know. So out of the 32 parts of the body, there will be 1 or 2 parts of the body which a person is interested all the time. Not all the 32 parts of the body. This is the first thing we will come to know. If a woman is observing a man, she will be observing only 1 or 2 parts of the entire body. She will not be observing all the parts of the body at all. Because she is not interested in that. She is only interested in certain part of the man body, and a man is also interested in certain part of the female body. He is not interested in all the parts of the body. This is what kama is all. It doesn't allow you to observe every part of the body. It will make you only see that part of the body where your interest is, where my interest is. So in every woman I see, I will be seeing exactly the same part, not any other part. That is the very nature of craving. You crave for that part only. You don't crave for everything in that person. And because of that reason, there is fight between husband and wife, because the husband has married that particular part and the wife has married that particular part, but they both are not body part, they are mind. Mind has different dimensions. They have likes, dislikes, situation changes, then everything is sankhara dependent. That is, it can be formation dependent. So then what happens is the feeling which comes has got nothing to do with body. That is the problem now. This is how a man gets associated with woman and a woman will associate with the man. She will not be interested in every part of that human body at all. Then she becomes an anatomy person. So none of us are anatomy people. We know anatomy, that is, even if I were to doctor, then all doctors wouldn't have married if they were really gone every day cutting and opening up. Every part they open up, but still they want to marry and still they want to have children. Otherwise, none of the doctors would have married. All would have been single. So what it shows, the karma can cover up all of those which we don't like, and it will only show that you like. That is the advantage of karma. I see this mobile and I like the shine of this mobile, or the glass of this mobile, or the way it the applications are, and I buy. Then after some time, after using, I'll come to know it is slow, it is heating up with something. So that is how mind is. Initially it has bought this on the basis of looks. Similarly, I have married a girl based upon the looks. So what does a Sotapanna get? Like what has happened in my case, this wife whom I have married is also on Dhamma. A Sotapanna normally gets a person as his wife or whatever, who is almost helping him on that path. If he's a Jati Sotapanna, if he's not a Jati Sotapanna or she's not a Jati Sotapanna, in the next life they get something like that. So this is what is the thing about Buddha Dhamma. you have come like this. Let us say my wife is not interested in Dhamma and she is interested in so many other worldly activities. Slowly that interest of Dhamma will make me separate from her. It goes like this, to an extent that it might end up in divorce. Okay, in this life. Not on bad grounds, but on good grounds. So ultimately the Dhamma will help in separating out like this. And when things separate out, then that woman is in grave pain. So this Sotapanna helps her to get into little bit of Dhamma so that she will become all right. Because of that Punyaphala, he gets a wife in the next, or she will get a good husband next, who is also related to Dhamma. And they both will be going together, as in my case, which has happened. So now if that is true, so that means there are no hindrances now. The wife is not going to say, listen, my dear husband, I need sensual pleasures. I need you to earn, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, I need you to take care of me in this way, that way. Nothing is there. She doesn't ask me anything. And also the son also is in the same way. That means Dhamma has automatically helped. In my last life, what I was, I don't know. Maybe I would have struggled a lot. But in this life, there is no struggle. So this is what you need to know about Kama, Chanda and Vyapada, two hindrances. Vyapada is there. So this is the one, these two are the one which will go away when the person turns anagami. Completely. Because of contemplating on the 32 parts of the body again and again and again and again, and the mind will give up on 32 parts. In that you can take few parts. Don't take all 32 parts, because like liver, intestine, kidney and all of that you have not seen. So only Suyo can do that, because he has learnt in his MBBS and MD. But for us, we have never seen. So you have to imagine it. It doesn't make sense. You have to take what is real, really seeable. The perishable, seeable is head. You can touch and you can find out so many hairs have gone by now. And at least in my case, so many hairs are not there. Okay. And the body hairs, then the sweat, then the smell of the sweat, then the nose through which everything is coming, smell is coming, and the saliva. So I can do all these two things, and then the other two becomes easy. That is the heat and cold, that is temperature, that is tejo, and vayu. In breath, out breath, in breath, out breath. If I just see, and then the air which is coming out as yawning or burping, and the air which is going down, like the flatulence which goes down. So if I watch it, and I can also watch another thing. Wherever there are holes, there would be sound. So when in this, you make sound in the nose. There is sound which is now made through my mouth. And in the private parts, there is sound. And in the anus, there is sound. So wherever there is a hole, there is going to be sound, which can be easily looked into, and we know that is space element. That is what Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, Buddha explains how to understand and comprehend on the sound or on the space. Akasha Dhatu. Wherever ear has a hole, so if you do like this, sound. The breathing itself, you can feel the sound. Talking, sound. Private part, sound. Anus, sound. All make sound. It's not you are making sound. Every hole will make a sound. Nothing that you can do or I can do or anybody can do about it. It's not that even if I don't want to let go of the gas from below. I'm feeling uncomfortable, and if somebody sees or doesn't see or whatever, I have to do it. Nothing I can do. And it is going to be having two things. It's going to have a smell. It is going to have a sound. That means the smell is there. Gandha is there all the time. It's not my gandha. It is just gandha. Smell is going to be there. So we can contemplate like this and kama will go away. The chanda means liking. So now if I take flesh and I start liking the flesh, I can cut the flesh out and see what is there, what is there, what is there, what is there. And then ultimately I see that nothing is there. It's my imagination. Yatha bhuta jnana is I touch like this. If I am touching like this, and if I touch my wife, what difference do I find? I have to keep on doing it. Or some other girl. Forget my wife. I've been touching her for a long time. Some other girl comes in my mind eye. So I first have to do the Dhammanupassana. That is what we are doing now. And the Chittanupassana, what Chitta has come. So now in the Chitta, Raga, Saragam va Chittam. So that Raga has come. And because of that Raga, what is happening is that I am seeing the girl or a woman in my mind. So now I need to observe and start pressing my part of the body. Wherever that is coming, I need to press an equal amount of things in my body. And then I touch here, and I touch here, I touch here, I touch here, I touch every part of the body. Like this. What am I getting? Nothing. After 5 minutes, that is gone. There is no longer any. Want to join? So if I keep on touching like this, then it's gone. It doesn't exist after that. Now the question comes, where did it go? That's the nature of Dhamma, to arise and pass away. You can't hold it. Let's say I hold it, upadana. Then it becomes bhava. It becomes, you want to give life to it. So now that will take over. Whatever I am thinking will now take over, and that becomes my body. So if I am liking that girl, then the girl is coming inside, and now she is doing all that what she wants to do in my mind. And physically what comes out? It's only liquid which comes out. But the mind says it's not liquid which is coming out. You are enjoying pleasure. So that is what I need to see. What is really coming out? After the whole thing, what comes out? Only liquid comes out. And the whole food eaten is coming out. That's all. That's all what is coming. Nothing else is coming. So because of that, Kamachanda goes away. Vyapada is not there. So now I have to work on Thinna and Mida. That is sloth and torpor, or sluggishness or slowness and all that. So now how do I work on this? We have to keep on walking. That's the only way. So you have to do walking meditation, observing the breath. And that is what we read out yesterday, how he will do a sampajanya while sitting, while standing, while bending, while going forward. So he keeps on observing how he is not bending, the body is bending. He is not sitting, the body is sitting. He is not standing, the body is standing. He is just an observer. And that is what the middle path is all about. The Majjhima is that you are observing what really is happening. Are you bending? No, you are not bending. Or this arm, like, am I bending it? No, this is my body which is doing it because of consciousness. If the consciousness were to be cut off due to, let's say, paralysis attack, Now I can't move it because there is no more consciousness. So all the parts of the body are moving not because I want to move, it is moving because of consciousness. So now we can see the Vijnana Dhatu in action. So Vijnana knows what is Sukha, what is Dukkha, and what is neutral. It knows. But the mind doesn't know. Mind only feels it. It doesn't know. So now we can see difference between a mind and consciousness. Mind only feels. It just feels. It's like, if there is fever is there, it feels fever. It's only hot thing which is happening, but it calls it as fever. Okay. If I am having toothache, it doesn't know the tooth, it knows the ache because there is a pain. So it associates with the pain. And consciousness makes that experience possible. So it ensures that the person has an experience, or that Puggala has an experience. So now we can see while walking, while sitting, while standing, while talking, while sitting silent, while going to bathroom, while going to toilet, we can see who is doing it. It's not I am doing it. It is the body actions are happening because of consciousness. So then we are in Sampajanya. So the usual way is that Nitya Sanya, that is I am doing it. I am doing it yesterday, I am doing it today, I am doing it tomorrow. Now there is no I to do. It is happening. It will happen. Not only for me, for everyone. So that is another thing I will come to know. That it is not only happening to me. It is not I am a special person. That I am the only person who is walking. Everybody is walking. Everybody is talking. Everybody is sitting. Everybody is standing. Everybody is smiling. Everybody is getting angry. Everybody will go to urination. Everybody will go to toilet. Everybody will take a bath. So it's everyone. So there's nothing like I am doing it. So that walking meditation will help us to get rid of Thinnamida. Then the Udacha Kukucha, for us to get into the jhana, which we're going to start now, that helps. Because we have already got rid of Visikicha, we have only 4 things to remove. That is Kamachanda, Vyapada, Thinnamida. So if I have Kamachanda, I have to do 32 part body contemplation. Okay, till it vanishes at jhana, for jhana. If I am having the Vyapada, then I have to keep on reciting this Karani Metta Sutta. And that will help. So these 2 are required. And the third one, Thinnamida, keep on walking. You feel if the tiredness is there, that will go away by observation. But keep on observing, the tiredness goes away and all the 3 are reduced. That is Kamachanda, Vyapada, Thinnamida. Then Udacha Kukucha is not there. That is anxiety is not there and the restlessness is not there. Now I can sit for jhana. With the hindrance gone, you can start with jhana. If you have hindrance, you can't go beyond the 3rd jhana. Or in some cases, you can't go beyond 2nd jhana. Okay, shall we start? On the... Yes, go ahead. Ask question.
It does say that we have to do meditation crematorium. So is it related to 32 parts of the
Crematorium, yes, there are that 9 charnel ground meditation. That is for people. I'll give you an example. I'm sitting for meditation. I'm not able to meditate. I have one girl in my mind with whom I want to enjoy. This happened with Nanda and he became an arhat later. Nanda, what happened is that he is a prince. His wife is very pretty to look. Okay, and she was like a celestial princess or whatever it is, from coming from some heaven. So his wife was the most attractive. Her body was very good. So he had married, and due to pressure from Buddha, he left the kingdom and he left his wife. And he started doing meditation, and he was not able to sit even for 10 minutes. And the karma was so much that he started crying. After 5-6 days, Nanda started crying, saying that I'm not able to sit. I want to go back home. I want to go back to my wife, because I'm not able to do what you're trying to say to me, even though it looks good. So what Buddha did is that he said, let us do astral travel and I'll take you to heaven. And there you can see what your wife looks as. Okay. And then what he did is that he pulled him from his body, and then they both went into Indra. Okay. Tavatimsa, heaven. And that is called a 33 heaven. So, and Indra has a lot of celestial nymphs. Nymph in the sense they are pari. And one of that woman comes and approaches Nanda, and Buddha taunts him. Do you want her? Do you want to enjoy her? And he says yes. Then Indra sends another one who is far better than this. Then he asks, do you want her? He says yes, yes. Then he gets another one, like that 500. So Buddha promises that he will give him all those 500 girls he had seen in Indra's palace to him as gift, if he does what he wants to do. And then he says that, why don't you look at your wife from top and see how she looks? And he says that she looks like a spoiled vegetable. So I'm not interested in her. So he asks him, now does that mean that you don't want to go to kingdom? He says that which idiot will go to that kingdom when that woman whom I married, unfortunately I married her, and she looks such a odd looking, it's so filthy to look at. She's like a what I can say in Hindi, because sada hua, so something like that. So it is completely, it's just like the fruit is almost opened up everywhere, and nobody can really enjoy that fruit. So he says, look, human body is like that. From top, that is how human body looks. So don't you want that then? He says, no, I don't want. I will do everything you say to get these 500 ladies. And he says that you will never get exhausted here, because every time you enjoy that woman, you will get back your energy. Every time you enjoy woman in a human realm, you lose energy. Here you get back your energy. That means you can enjoy all the time. No loss of energy. He says, yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. He says, okay, now let us practice so that you can come here. Whenever you want, you can come here. And he starts practicing. After some time, he finds, what is the use of these 500 nymphs? What is that I'm going to get out of it? Nothing. And then he goes back to Buddha, saying that I need a favor from you. Can you take out that promise what you made that you're going to get me those 500 nymphs? I'm not interested. And Buddha smilingly says that you're already an arhat. I know that you have already crossed that. So you will not like it anymore. So, and because of Nanda, what Buddha did is that he asked his bhikkhus that he cannot take every bhikkhu to heaven to show, because they don't have that parami to go to heaven. Buddha might have parami to take everybody to heaven, but they don't have. But he can take them to this charnel ground, smashan, to see how the body putrefies itself. So what he does is that he first puts the bhikkhus to go and see male body if they are male, and bhikkhuni to see the female body if they are female. Okay, like in each part. So now one day death, second day, third day, then how it whole thing twists itself. The face will twist, the eyes will come out, the ears will come out, all the five senses will come out, meaning the external sense will come out, and the stomach will open up, and everything is coming out. And then he puts the bhikkhus to study the woman's body who is dead right now. She's dead, 18-year-old to 25, 30, 40, 50, like that. So their job is to go every day to the funeral ground and then look at the body. So today 4 hours they have meditated and looking at the body, and the kama takes over. So they can see that even though she is dead, he still feels like touching her. Okay, so then he has to again come back on the next day. So when he comes next day, crows have taken out, and then whatever part of the body he was interested in, that part of the body is already eaten up by jackals and pigs, whatever it is. So crows and dogs and hyenas and all that. And he has to now meditate on that. That is, yesterday this was there, and today that is all removed. Like that. So that helps for people who are obsessed with kama. This is not meant for everyone. Okay, so the charnel ground meditation, 9 charnel ground meditation or 9 funeral ground meditation is for those people who are completely in kama. That is, let's say I am coming into Buddha teaching, but I cannot let go of the feminine part at all. All the time I'm feeling like I need to enjoy a woman. Can be a prostitute, can be a wife, can be this, can be that, can be friend, can be whatever. I need it every day. So then I need to go and meditate in the funeral ground. So I need to go to smashan and morning and sit there watching the female body getting decayed. First I have to look at the male body, because if I see the female body, interest is going to come. So first I have to see young children, then slightly older, then even more older, even more older. So I can see how the body is changing from young look to a very old, no teeth, and then skin crumpled up. Then I have to see the same thing with feminine body. A young girl without any part of the body grown, then a female body who is just entered puberty and she's dead, then adult female like 20-25-year-old, then 30, 35, then 40, 50, 55, like 60, 70, 80, like that. So then what happens is the mind will get rid of that attachment to the body. It's a good question, but that is when it is required. So we need to see our level of interest in the body, whether we are interested in which flesh are we interested in. And then if nothing works, let's say, then we have to go to the charnel ground. And since you are a doctor yourself, then you can go to, you can look at much better than any one of us. Okay, so you can cut open and see, and you'll not find anything there. Okay, so that is what the meditation is all about. This is again for Kamachanda. So and also same thing with eating. So let's say I would love to eat delicious food. What I need to do is I need to eat, immediately throw it out in my hand and put it in my food I'm eating and start eating that. You will never be able to eat. You cannot eat. It's your own food. You cannot eat. And if it is so strong, let's say a bhendi masala is an example. So it's very strong and I love it. What I need to do is eat bhendi, throw it out, smell it. It's impossible. You will live bhendi forever. Okay, then comes sound, music. So some Western music and Indian music and classical music, this music, that music. You have to play that music for the whole of the year. Same music. All the 24 hours or till you are awake, should keep on listening to the same one. After some time, the mind will say, leave me alone, I cannot hear. Sorry. So that is gone. Then the touch. Keep on touching. At the end of it, you feel that you don't have to touch anything at all. You get bored of touching. So that is how you do the Indriya Samvara. Okay, so you have to do two things. One is getting rid of Nivarna, which is this 5 hindrances, and getting the 5 senses not to do what it is doing. And sexual excitement is all the 5 together, and the 6th one is the mind. So mind creates that beautiful illusion of enjoyment. Okay, so that is needs to be observed, what is actually coming. So if somebody is extremely sexually active, and then what he needs to do is, he needs to look at his girlfriend or wife or whatever doing her menstrual, how much pain she's having, and he should see what is coming out in the same place where he was enjoying. That will immediately drop him off. He cannot do anything. It looks so worse. And let us say he still is interested, then he should go to this charnel ground or to this funeral to see, because he is not able to let go with that blood also. That means he has to go and now observe there. So Nanda's case is something very nice, where he got 500 celestial nymphs and they were ready to make him enjoy when he leaves his body here and goes into heaven. So they promise him, saying that yes, Buddha is the witness. So he says that I can 100% assure you, if you follow what I am doing, what I am saying you to do, you will go there. And Nanda, out of respect for Buddha and out of his excitement to go and enjoy, he will do everything what Buddha says. He says you have to get up at this time, he gets up. He says you have to sleep at this time, he will do that. He says that only one time food you have to eat, he does that. He says that you should wash your body in this way, he does that. He says that you should do your meditation like this, he does that. All in expectation of 500 girls. And in the end, he gets much better. So he goes back and says that I am no longer interested in these 500 nymphs. Can you remove it? He says, I already removed it long time ago. I knew that you are going to cross over. And that most of us are like Nanda. We have interest. I mean, not that interest, because there's no Buddha to take us there and show how they look. But in the usual sense of sensuality, that is how it is. So if these two things are reduced, then 4th jhana is possible. Otherwise, the 4th jhana is not possible. Only the 3rd jhana is possible, or in some people cases, only 2nd jhana is possible. In some people cases, the 1st jhana is possible. It is fair. It is very good, because that will help you to reach the heaven. Out of these 4 jhanas, the first 3 jhanas will make you reach the highest of the heaven, and you will be reborn there. So what happens is, during death, that the whole situation changes now. Usual death is that you don't know you're dying, whereas in this kind of death, you will automatically get into jhana. the mind automatically gets into jhana, and then from there you will leave the body. Even though you're in the hospital, even though you are suffering, you are doing whatever the body is doing, but you will be able to leave the body without any constraint, meaning the apayas anyway are not there. So you are not becoming a sotapanna as a sotapanna also you are going up. So the jhanas will take you there. So immediately you will be reborn in that place. So once reborn in that place, the person sees it more like a bad dream that he was born here. Okay, and those persons who had met him before, again going to meet him, and he would narrate his story, how he had a bad dream. Because 1 day of human life, 1 year of human life is just 1 day. And in some cases, it is just minutes. So let us say you were here for 100 years. Actually, if you go to Tavatimsa heaven, you were not seen for hardly few hours. That's all what it is. So those people will say that, where did you vanish? And then you can say, what bad dream I had. I slept and I don't know, I had met some weird looking people. They were so dangerous to see and so dirty place and all that. That is so I wanted to do that Upasatta Sutta. In that, Buddha explains each one of these, that is the 8 precepts, if somebody were to establish, what would happen. So he will start with the lower devas, then the next deva, then the next, and the next, and the next. And last one is 100 years of human is nothing in front of that, because it will take you 16,000 years to cross 1 day. He says, if you are born there, each day is 16,000 years of a human. And you are going to stay 100 years of that. And with complete comfort, there is nothing you have to say that I don't have. Whatever is best available, best, meaning like you go, like you are staying in a 5-star comfort. Or, so he says, he gives an example in that. He says that, who is the king for this place? He talking about Kashi. So he says, so and so is the king. Now he says Kasi, Kosala, Rajgir, all those Maghada kingdoms which were there at this point in time. And he says that if this was given to a person, what he would do. And he says that they would enjoy this. But that is only 1/6 of the enjoyment. You can't even consider for the whole. It's just 1/6. 1/6 of the Chatur Maharajas, that is the 4 guardian kings or the devas which are there in each direction. So he says that that is 1 day is 400 years for human. That means, in my case, if I'm going to stay for 80-90 years, okay, 400 years is 1 day of human. Okay, that means how many times I would have come, gone, and still that Deva is watching. Like that is 16,000. He stops at 16,000. 1 day, 16,000. And this is just on the Kama Loka. Then you have above Lokas, Brahma Lokas. There the 1 lakh 2 lakh is 1 day. So when you go to the Mahabrahma, which Hindus have, and the Buddha also talks about the same one, that Mahabrahma has kalpas. That is a complete cycle, meaning a whole kalpa ends and he opens up his eyes to see, oh, today is a day. And then again he closes his eyes, the whole world will come to an end. Then he opens his eyes, then the world opens up. Then closes his eyes, the world goes away. That is exactly what is happening when you go to sleep. This is the limited edition what we are seeing. We are sleeping for 4, 5 or 6, 7, 8 hours, and that is how it happens. Your world is dissolved and starts when you open up your eyes. In the case of Brahma, the whole kalpa will go. That means the whole one manvantara and kalpa, that is the complete cycle of existence, is gone. Forget Corona, Rexona and all that. The whole thing is gone. That means earth has shattered, it has turned out into pieces, and then again earth has formed. And he opens up his eyes. Oh, okay. Now again he goes out. So by the time he opens up, again one more kalpa is gone. So this is what the Brahmaloka is all about. So the Brahmas can see the Devas, but the Devas cannot see the Brahma. So this hierarchy, if you see, so Buddha says that everything is anicca. And everything is dukkha, because you see now, you are thinking you're human and you're enjoying, but now you go to sleep, gone. No matter what you are doing, what is your belief system, whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a whatever is your religion, whatever is your tradition, whether you are a Buddhist also, whether you are Ambedkar or you are this or that or whatever, when you sleep, everybody sleeps the same. World is end. And at that time, nobody knows anyone. They don't know their wife, they don't know the husband, they don't know the children, they don't know their home, they don't know their cot also where they were sleeping. Okay. They don't know the location, they don't know the time. See, best is desha and kala, that is place and time. They both will vanish. So in jhana, you will see that the same thing is happening. This whole world is disconnected. So the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, when you do it, you can sit for hours together, because just like sleep, you will never know, because you are not there. There is no longer any you. If there is no you, what is going to happen? It goes out of existence. And this we are encountering it every day, but we are ignorant, and that is the reason he calls it as avidya paccaya sankhara. It's there. You are able to see it every day. It's not that it is happening only once in a while. No. Every day from the time of the birth till today, we have been sleeping. We had slept in the womb, then we woke up, again we are sleeping, again we are sleeping, again we are sleeping, again we are sleeping, and we have come to 27th of June 2021, and we will be sleeping till we have life. Okay, that is not going to change. As the night happens, dissolution starts to happen, and you get dissolved. Finished. Then morning happens, again your life starts. So the Nitya Sanya is in the mind, not really there. And why we can't see the Nitya Sanya is because of Kamachanda, Vyapada, Thinnamida, Udacha, Kukkucha, Visikicha. These are the 5 hindrances due to which we cannot see anything at all. These are the hindrances. The moment we remove the hindrance to a greater extent, then we can see. Sotapanna has the hindrance, so you have to understand that except for Visikiccha, he has the remaining 4 in good quantity. So if he sees a woman, he loves to enjoy. If she sees a man, she wants to enjoy. If she sees a plate, thali full of nice food, she wants to enjoy or he wants to enjoy. If there is a music coming into the ear, he or she wants to enjoy. If there is a touch, something to touch like this, oh, so nice, so to enjoy. So all that enjoying thing is there in the mind of a Sotapanna. Now from Sotapanna, you are working out to clean it up. You are putting a soap and detergent and rubbing it and through meditation and seeing anicca in everything. Anicca in the sense that arising and passing away of everything, and then we come to know what is really happening. What is that is happening? And then we can let go of it. So first one is the 5 hindrances, second one is 5 senses. So he starts with Indriya Samvara, then he talks about the 5 hindrances. So the first hindrance, you have to use 32 body parts contemplation. Second hindrance, you have to use metta. Third hindrance, you have to do walking meditation. Fourth hindrance, you have to have jhana. First jhana, second jhana. Fifth hindrance, Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Iti piso Buddha, iti piso Bhagava Arahan. And then Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo. And then Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Dhammo. So these 3 things, keep on reciting, and you have to keep on investigating. I had informed Kalpana ji also that you need to go through yourself and see what experience you are getting when you say Itipi so Bhagava Arhan Samma Sambuddho Vijja Charana Sampanno Sugato Lokavidu Anuttaro Purusa Dhamma Sarati Satta Deva Manusanam Buddho Bhagava Iti Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Sandittiko Akaliko Yehi Pasiko Upanayiko Pachattam Veditabbo Vinyuhi Iti. Like that, if we have to say, it's not about how I am saying, it is about what I experience out of it. If I am experiencing it, Visikiccha will automatically go away. There won't be any Visikiccha. So what Buddha says is that first remove Visikiccha. You come to the stream. That is Sotapanna. By removing Visikiccha, you come to the stream, not by removing Kamachanda, Vyapada, Thinnamida, Udacha, Kukucha. That you cannot do. That is very difficult. First remove this obstacle. That is Visikiccha, doubt. Should I do this? Should I not do it? Should I do this? Should I not do this? That you leave it. Then you are a stream entry person. Sotapanna. Now you work. What should I work? Indriya Samvara. First thing. After you become Sotapanna, what should I do? Indriya Samvara. How should I do it? 32 parts meditation. So that is the reason he did Mahasatipatthana Sutta. He gave to the Kuru the whole Mahasatipatthana Sutta, which will make the person reach the highest. Highest, what I mean is, it will take you to Anagami and Arhat stage just by going through the Satipatthana Sutta, because you're starting with Kayanupassana, experiencing the Kaya, what is Kaya, Vedananupassana, experiencing what is this Vedana, the feeling, what you really getting, what is this exactly meaning of feeling. It's just your mind fabricating and saying that this is good, this is bad. That's all. That's what this feeling is all about. There is no real thing there. A woman comes and 2 persons are watching that woman. One person says, wow, what a good looking woman. And another person says, what is good looking there? She looks so ugly. That's the feeling. That's all. There's nothing else. So in his mind, he wants to enjoy that woman. In this person's mind, he is not that interested in that woman. Similarly, you take another example. A woman is standing and then she sees a father, she sees a brother, she sees a husband, she sees a son, she sees a neighbor, she sees a friend, she sees a cousin. So many roles are there for this woman. When she sees a father, she feels the father. You look at this, she doesn't know anything about the father. She feels the father. She feels the brother. She feels the husband. She feels the son. She feels the neighbor. She feels the friend. Like that. She feels the cousin. But where is the father? No, she feels. So this is called feeling. It is just feeling. There is absolutely nothing there. And that's the reason in the Pena Pindupama Sutta, he gives the example of water drops falling on the body when it is raining. One person loves the rain, another person doesn't like the rain, another person neutral to the rain. Something similar, this father, he loves his daughter because he feels the daughter. Body is the same. See, this husband hugs his wife, the father also hugs the daughter, brother also hugs his sister, the friend hugs this woman or girl. Each one of them, their feelings are different. But body is body. But the feeling is different. So in the father and daughter, there is no lust. Supposed to be no lust. And in the husband and wife, there is lust. Because she's my wife. In son and mother, there is no lust. In friend, there is no lust. In cousin, there is no lust. But all that what is happening is what? Hugging. Body to body. What will happen? If you touch the body, you will feel heat. Nothing else are you going to feel. You will feel hard. So when I hug a person, what will happen? Nothing. You will just feel it hard. But the mind will say, see, you are enjoying it. She is your wife. She is your daughter. She is your friend. She is good looking. She is this. She is that. All these are feeling. So Vedananupassana with Kaya, if we do it correctly, it will open up the Chittanupassana, because now we can see what is appearing in the Chitta. Saragam va chittam, viragam va chittam, sadosam va chittam, vidosam va chittam, samoham va chittam, vimoham va chittam. So we can see what chittas are coming. So when I hug the wife, saragam va chittam. When I hug a girl, feeling, enjoying her body, saragam va chittam. When I hug my daughter, viragam va chittam. There is no raga. When I hug my mother, viragam va chittam. Okay, when I hug my cousin, viragam va chittam. That means there is no raga. The moment I touch another girl, they both are girls only, they both are women, they both have the same body, there's nothing different in their body. But the mind will say, she is good looking, she's your cousin. This woman is good looking, but this woman, you can't see it as good looking, she is your cousin, she is your sister, she is your mother, she is your so and so. So immediately, the feeling is what? Neutral. Neither I feel anything about that sister of mine or friend of mine or whatever it is. But if a nice looking, what nice looking in a sense, a model comes and she is interested in me and she says, Vilas, why don't you touch me? And I get all the karma because now she is not my friend, she is not my sister, she is not my mother, she is not my wife, but she is somebody else. So now that becomes very nice for me. So now I can see what is coming in chitta. At that time, if I observe the chitta, saragam va chittam. So now I am in raga. Then I can get into dhammanupassana nivarna. I can look at it. So now at this time, kama chanda has arrived. So now I know what is kama chanda, from where it comes. It is coming from kaya because of the vedana in the chitta and the dhamma. Now I have to observe what is making me feel like that. And that is when I need to apply the 32 part of the body contemplation. Then I am ready for first jhana. Till that time, if I sit, nothing is going to happen. But Buddha says, even with that, vivicchehi kamehi, vivicchehi akusala dhammehi, that means before 10-15 minutes or half an hour before you contemplate and you come and you start etan, santan, etan, panitan, and you start looking at it, automatically the mind will get rid of that. So you can suppress and bring in the anicca nature in that. Okay, so when I bring in the anicca nature, it really helps me to see it is passed away. That sensual lust has passed away. It has arisen and it has passed away. Now the current state is that there is no sensual lust at all. This is gone right now. As I say, etan, santan, etan, panitan, yadidam, sabba, sankhara, samato, sabbupadi, patinisaggo, tanhakhayo, virago, nirodho, nibbana. So now I can enter into the jhanas because I am ready to enter into the jhanas. So this is how I can really modify my mental state. Yeah.
Sir, can we do first the Kayana Gati Sati?
Kayagata Sati. Kayagata Sati.
Yeah.
No, let us first finish this Sāmaññaphalasutta and we will take that Kayagata Sati as a different one, maybe next, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, whenever.
Okay, okay.
Because I want to teach you how to do this jhana, first thing. Okay, and we have been doing jhana, but we need to see how this Sāmaññaphalasutta helps us completely. Okay, so he says here in this, so vivecchehi kamehi vivecchehi akusala dhammehi savitakam savicharam vivekajam pita sukham patamab jhanam upasampajya viharati. So, let's say I was enjoying a sensual object and I was having immoral thoughts, that is 10 immoral thoughts, 4 from the speech, 3 from the body and 3 from the mind. Total 10. Vivicchehi kamehi vivicchehi akusala dhammehi. That means viviccha means not having ichcha, desire, pushing it away. Seclusion, secluded, removed. So what I need to do is, now I need to, let's say I like a girl, as an example, it's coming again and again and again and again. So I do the 32 part of contemplation by closing my eyes and I see what is there in the body. So I keep on touching my body like this, and then touching every part of the body. As I'm touching her, I'm touching my own body, and I find there is nothing to be gained. Immediately it goes away. So what did I do? I did vivicchehi kamehi, vivicchehi akusala dhammehi. So now 4, that is musavada, pisuna vacha, parusa vacha, sampapalapa. These 4 things I need to have Veramani, Sikkhapadam, Samadhiyami, and all the 4. Then Panatipata, Adinnadana, then Kameshu Michachara, which is a brahmacharya. So I need to establish it because I'm seeing the girl, I'm enjoying the girl, so I need to put a brahmacharya. Has happened, so I have to put brahmacharya. So I have to bring that. Then 3 from the mind, abhijja, vyapada, and avijja. All the 3. So these are my, or michhaditthi. So these are my 10 akusala dhamma. Now in the michhaditthi, yesterday we looked into what is michhaditthi. We looked into there is no father, special person called father, special person called mother, like that. There is no kamma and vipaka and all that. And now my mind says that no, it is wrong. It is there. So I have removed michhaditthi. Then I have removed this 9 of the akusala dhamma. Now I am ready. With what? So in the Jhana Sutta, which we covered, he says the best one for you to do meditation is etan santan etan panitan, because you know this and you know what is the whole concept of I. It is Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. So now you investigate. Few minutes ago you saw the girl. Where did you see the girl? That Rupa came from where? It came from the mind. It's Dhamma. Very good. Then what was the Vedana? Wow, what a good looking girl. Now where is she? It's gone. Sanya. What was the Sanya? Oh, that girl was good looking. It's gone. Sankhara. You did some Sankhara. But what is it now? There's no Sankhara. And what's the Vijnana? Now if you look at the Vijnana, it is in the past. Some half an hour ago, 1 hour ago, I was enjoying the girl. Now do you have it right now? Yes. Again do it. Again do the 32 part. Now it is gone. Check whether it is gone. So you do the Dhammanupassana, Chittanupassana, Vedananupassana, Kayanupassana, then and there. And see, it will go away. And once it goes away, then start reciting etan santan etan panitan yadidam sabba sankhara samato 7 times. Why 7? Because it's 7 into 4, 28. That is how the menstrual cycle is also. And also that is the energy cycle. So first 7, it increases to next 7. So goes to the peak on 14th day. Even for a woman, it peaks up on the 14th day. Then 21st day, it starts coming out. Ejection happens, that is, it enters into fallopian tube and it's supposed to come out. 28th day, she is supposed to have menstrual cycle, so the energy goes like this. So first 7, next 7, next 7, next 7, 28. Simple. So when I say 7 times, etan, santan, etan, panita, energy changes. So then what happens? You will start to see everything as anicca, everything as dukkha, everything as anatta, everything as ganda. Ganda means wound. And then you will see everything as a arrow, salla. So something has hit you badly. So now you are able to see what really it is. Because of that, you are entering into first jhana, which will have savitaka savichara, piti sukha ekagata. That means the body becomes light of no thinking. Now the girl is gone. That object is gone. There is nothing is running. If I were to close my eyes, there is nothing which is running. It is total calmness. So he gives an example here. It is like when a deft bathroom attendant or their apprentice pours bath powder into a bronze dish, sprinkling it little by little with water. They knead it until the ball of bath powder is soaked and saturated with moisture. spread through inside and out, yet no moisture oozes out. Meaning, you take a sponge and you put it with powder, it drops normally. But you put it with water, sprinkle water, and it's completely filled up now. So if you were to apply to the body, it evenly is there everywhere. In the same way, the ascetic drenches this peaceful body calming. It is spread out throughout his body, and there is a bliss formation in his body. It's so free, nothing is holding. And there is no part of the body that is not spread with this. So we have to check. And that day when we did, if we were to look at like a pond of a river, pond, and you're just sitting in the pond, you feel it. Yes, I'm feeling like I'm sitting in a pond. Why? Because vivicchehi kamehi vivicchehi akusala dhammehi. Because of that, you are able to experience this. At that time, if the girl were to come in the mind, first of all, she will not come. Even if she were to come, she cannot create a nuisance in the mind, because the mind has dropped it off. It will do after enjoying this, but it will not do now. As an example, I'm sitting and concentrating, and a girl, really, not my wife, somewhere I'm sitting, and then a girl, let us say I'm doing it in a beach in America, and I'm meditating, and then a girl totally stands nude in front of me, but my eyes are closed, so I can't see. But she wants to say that, look, I look at my body is so nice. Why are you doing this? Whatever, you're closing your eyes and sitting, I like you so much. Just open your eyes once and see how pretty I look. But that jhanic effect is such that I will not open up my eyes at all. I will do that after I break out from the jhana. This is the first jhana experience. And now he talks about a second jhana. Furthermore, as placing the mind and keeping it connected are stilled. Now this is even more higher. Meaning, vitakka vichara is gone and only piti is there now. Piti, sukha, ekagata. That is what is available. That means the girl is talking, ears are shut, eyes are shut, nose is shut, mouth is shut, meaning then the body is shut. I can't hear anything what she is saying. She might be good looking, this looking, that is her problem. But as far as I am concerned, I am not hearing anything. So now I enter into second jhana, because again there is no kama and there is no akusala dhamma at that point in time. What if akusala dhamma comes? That means my first jhana is broken. Then I suddenly open up the eyes and I see this girl. Say, wow, so nice. It means kama has entered. This is what Mara is all about. There are 5 Maras. And this is what the Mara will do. So he talks about 10. Have you heard about this 10 army of Mara? You've heard? Okay. So kama te patamam sena. That means this sensual lust is the first one. So when a woman talks or a man talks, immediately the mind gets alert. And when you're doing jhana, eyes open up. What is that sound? Then I see the next moment. Say, let us say I'm sitting in the beach. Forget the beach. It's a very isolated beach, let's say. Forget America, any place. Ratnagiri beach, somewhere. Okay. Nice, separate, private beach. And I think of doing meditation, sitting there with the beach water. and I'm closing my eyes, and I hear some voice of a woman, and she and her friend are swimming in the water, and they've not worn any dress. And she says that I have not worn any dress, hope nobody sees me, and all that is happening. And another friend says that, look at this fellow who is sitting there and meditating while we are enjoying. Let's go and tease him. Let's see what happens. If I'm in first jhana, I'm going to open up my eyes. For sure. For sure. Because Vitakka Vichara is still there. It can hear. So the moment the female voice is heard, I open up my eyes. And then I see two young children, less than 5-year-old, playing. What happens? That means my interest was in an adult girl, but this is 6-7-year-old girls. I say, bhaad mein gaya mera meditation, so now I will again sit and meditate. This is what happens when we are in that Vitakka Vichara, because the voice of a girl or a woman hits so badly in the ear, it starts to vibrate. What happens if I am in the second jhana? In the second jhana, the voice is not heard. So, bliss starts more. So, I will not open up my eyes even if the adult woman is standing in front of me. Why? Because I am in piti. This piti is higher than looking at her. So that's the reason I will not see. Okay. Then comes to, so he gives an example. It's like a deep lake fed by spring water. There is no inlet to the east, west, north or south, and no rainfall to replenish it from time to time. That means there is absolute, you are there and stillness is there. Beautiful lake. In that mind, you don't like to indulge with anyone. Why should you indulge? There's no need. So you will be very happy. Then he comes to the third one, third jhana. Now in the third jhana, there is no piti, but there is sukha. What is this sukha? Sukha of sleep. Just like you have a deep sleep and you really fresh. You are, all the 5 senses are cut off. And this he says, the noble ones, Arya, he says, Achikkanti upekho satima sukha vihariti tatiyam jhanam upasampajya viharati. What it really means is that when the 5 senses are cut off from the 5 sense object, there is alertness, but there is no reaction. So your mind is in upekha. That is the sukha. So eyes with sight, not there. Ears with sound, not there. Nose with smell, not there. Tongue with taste, not there. Body with touch, not there. Mind with thoughts, not there. So if you sit in that for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, it's like going to sleep. You have slept. You don't require a physical sleep like what we do in the night. We are doing third jhana without knowing it, but while you do it with knowing it, it's called third jhana. That's all. We are sleeping without our knowledge, and that is actually third jhana because you don't exist. If you were to do the same thing with knowledge, that's called third jhana. Why he says Arya is because you know that you are in that jhana. In the sleep, you don't know. None of us can exactly say what did we do in our sleep. If somebody were to say, hey, what are you doing in sleep? What am I doing in sleep? I'm sleeping. You should be doing something. You can't explain. Same is a state here. You can't explain, but you are in sukha. So we call it a sukha nidra. Why we call that? We call sukha nidra because it is indeed sukha. When you wake up, you're fresh with energy. That is how virya is. That is the energy what you have. This is the third jhana. And now is fourth. When do we connect to fourth jhana? This is difficult. This we can only do when the kama chanda vyapada thinnamida udacha kukkucha visikicha is gone. So these four are very low. Otherwise we can only attempt three jhanas. The fourth jhana is not really possible to sustain. I'm not saying it is not possible to enter. We can enter, but we cannot sustain. So he says, how should you know that you are in fourth jhana? He says here, it's like someone sitting wrapped from head to feet with white cloth. There is no part of the body that's not spread with white cloth. And he gives what is the state. In the same way, they sit spreading their body through with pure bright mind. What this means is that you get a light. There is no tube light, there is no light, it's so dark in the room, but you are able to see everything so clearly. And that is the fourth jhana. This is one way. Another way you see is that just like you are watching 100 suns, it's so bright. Again, that is fourth jhana. But that might remain for just a second and goes away. But in this case, it stays. And then, if this has happened, then he says, what are the attaining? 8 knowledges. Knowledge and vision will start. When their mind has become immersed in samadhi like this, purified, bright, flawless, rid of corruption, pliable, workable, steady and imperturbable, meaning it is actually aninjabi sankhara. So now you can, through that you can spread out a vision. What vision? I am sitting here, now my astral body comes and sits in the front. The body is sitting here and it comes here in the front. And what I am watching? I am watching Pathavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Vayu Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu. This is produced by father and mother. So I can see the sexual activity happening and then how this food is getting converted from rice, porridge, and it is anicca. It is dukkha. So anicca, chhadana, parimaddana, bhedana, vidhamsana, dhamme. That means it is anicca in nature, arising, passing away. It will wear away, it will erode, it will break up, and it will destroy. So I am sitting here as an astral body watching this physical body. Now I see this attaching to this is of no use. Then I see the consciousness is attached to this astral body. So now I have let go of the body and now I have let go of the mind and I have become consciousness. And this consciousness of mine is attached to it, tied to it. So he gives an example. Supposing there was a beryl gem that was naturally beautified, eight-faceted, well-worked, transparent, clear, unclouded, endowed with all good qualities, and it was strung with a thread of blue, yellow, red, white, or golden brown. And someone with a good eyesight were to take it to their hand and check it. This beryl gem is naturally beautiful, eight-faced, well-worked, transparent, clear, and unclouded, endowed with all good qualities, and yet it is strung to the thread of blue, yellow, red, white, or golden brown. In the same way, when their mind has become immersed in samadhi like this, purified, bright, flawless, rid of corruption, pliable, workable, steady, and imperturbable, they extend and project it to knowledge and vision. So now consciousness is attached to the mind, and because of consciousness the mind is looking bright, and the body is made of four elements. So now I have left the body and I'm sitting here in the front watching my own body, and I'll just keep on watching it. I can see it deteriorating. So I can see the anicca in that. I can see that it is decaying away, it is going away. So it's not going to stay with me. So if I am looking at any other body, it is the same thing. They are also going to go away. But they have that consciousness and mind. Now I feel very compassionate because they are going to go to some other place of existence where I am getting liberated. That's the feeling I'm going to get. Liberated from what? Liberated from the mind, liberated from the body. So he says this too great king is a fruit of ascetic life that's apparent in the present life, which is better and finer than those of former ones. So that means to get into this state, what we should have done? We should have let go of the five hindrances and Indriya Samvara. These two, if we have done it correctly, then I can go deeper. So normally we can do third jhana easily with practice. The fourth one, where you are able to see the whole bright light and you can come out of your body and stare at your own physical body. That is not possible. And he says what happens? Mano mayi dhiknyana. Mano iddhi. Iddhi means siddhi. Jnana. Jnana means knowledge. So now you create an astral body. So when their mind has become immersed in samadhi like this, purified, bright, flawless, rid of corruption, pliable, workable, steady, and imperturbable, they extend and project it towards the creation of a mind-made body. How do they do it? He gives perfect working for all of us. What he says, from this body they create another body, physical, mind-made, complete in all its various parts, not deficient in any faculty. So that means indriyas are perfect. Actually that is the truth body, that is the real body what we have. This is not the real body, that is the real body. So what happens now is I sit in the immersion, in the fourth jhana, then I make the pure eye, pure ear, pure nose, pure tongue, pure body, pure. That is there in the heart region. It's a light. It's a orangish yellow flame light with 6 petals downward facing like this. And each one is a is a rupa. So chakku pasada rupa, jivha pasada rupa, kaya pasada rupa, like that, each pasada rupa. And I can see the hadaya vattu. That is like a lotus, inverted lotus with all the 6 of them. And from there I can create a light completely, like the hands, face, body, legs, everything. And then what I can do is I can then walk through and come from the navel region, and I can come out of the body. Okay, this is what I need to create. When I create, so he gives an example. Suppose a person were to draw a reed out from his sheath. So there is a box of reed, so you remove it. So the reed is separate and this is separate. And he gives another example. He says that there is a sword and there is a cover which will put the sword. So when you remove the sword, this is separate and that is separate. Similarly, you have separated yourself from this body and you are now outside. Now what do you do with that is the question. Then he says you get psychic power. Now what they will do? They wield many kind of psychic power, multiplying themselves and becoming one again, going unimpeded through wall, a rampant or a mountain, as if through space, diving in and out of earth as if it were water, walking on water as if it were earth, flying cross-legged through the sky like a bird, touching and stroking the hand with the hand the sun and moon, so mighty and powerful, controlling the body as far as Brahma realm of existence. This is after 4 jhana. So we are getting psychic power after the 4th jhana. So from this navel region, what has come out, and that body can go anywhere it wants at will. It can go to Brahma realm of existence, it can go to Deva realm of existence, it can go to any realm of existence. This is what it is. Now, you know, this experience I had in 2019, but that means at that time my mind was clear. So I could go to all the realms of existence. But after that, I am not able to do so. So that means my practice has some problem, meaning anagami level is not properly placed, which I need to do. This psychic power thing happens from anagami onwards, not before that. Okay, so I need to practice a lot. This practice, if I were to do it correctly, then I can go at will. I can go at will, go on traveling, go to each location, come back, again go, come back, again go, come back, and I can be wherever I want. If I want to be in Nagpur with all of you, there I am. Now, how do you know I have come? So now I can say what dress you were wearing and how you were sitting, what you were eating, what you were doing, all of that. It's not an imagination, you are really there. The only thing which happens in Arhat is that you can not only do this, but also you can put a physical body. Okay, anagami physical body creation is a big task, but for an arhat it's possible. It's very much possible. So if somebody is an arhat, he should be able to have many bodies, becoming one body, going here and there, talking to people, coming back, understanding their mind, okay, reading their mind, reading what is happening of all the beings, not only himself, of all the beings, is able to read. So this is psychic power. So he says, suppose an expert potter or their apprentice had some well-prepared clay, they could produce any kind of pot they'd like. Or suppose a deft ivory carver or an apprentice had some well-prepared ivory, they could produce any kind of ivory as they like. So why he's giving this example is that you're exactly going to do that. Let's say I want to go to America. I don't require visa, passport, this, that. I'm there. I want to go and meet my sister. I'm there. I want to go and meet my brother-in-law. I'm there. I want to meet my cousin. I'm there. I want to enjoy this ride, that ride. Okay, I'm there. I want to eat in this restaurant. I'm there. I want to drive a car. I'm there. I want to now go to the Switzerland. Okay, next moment I'm in Switzerland. Next moment I'm in Australia. Next moment I'm in New Zealand. I can go across the world as many number of times. You want me to take photographs? I can take photographs without me being there. That's one thing is not possible for an anagami. But I can be there. So if you say, Vilasji, why don't you come to my home? Yes. Next moment, I'm there at your home. But you will not know, but I will know that I'm at your home, so I can then talk. So this is called as Divyavani. That's a psychic power. And then he tells that. What happens? He tells that. So he says that clairaudience. When their mind has become immersed in samadhi like this, purified, bright, flawless, rid of corruption, pliable, workable, steady and imperturbable, they extend and project towards clairaudience. With clairaudience means you can hear what is here and also in the divine world. So clear, that is purified and superhuman. They hear both kinds of sound, human and divine, whether near or far. So if I concentrate on Suyog, whatever he is speaking in the college, I'm able to listen. Language, no barrier. You're talking in Marathi, it translates itself in Kannada or whatever language I know. And then evening I can send to Suyog. Suyogji, you are talking like this in the class. That guy had stood up and you are asking him this question. Now I have really become a Bhante. Now I have really become a Bhante. Not otherwise, no Bhante. Okay, just because I know Dhamma, I am not a Bhante. No, I should have this psychic power. Clairaudience. So if you want somebody to be, if you want to know if somebody is an arhat, this sutta you should keep with you. Don't go and search for an arhat. Look at the person and see whether he has all of these. Simple. Not there? Thank you, Bhante. If he says, I'm an anagami, very good. Sir, why don't you come to my home? That's all. If he can come to your home and talk to you, good. Otherwise, not yet. Not yet. So I will be fooling myself. I have some psychic power, but that doesn't mean that I'm having all of these powers. No. I'm yet to cross that. It is after crossing anagami, then all this will happen. So first, I have to have, I'm on a Magga. Phala is happening, but not to this level. So I have to first reach this level. So clairaudience. So he says again, supposing there were a person traveling along the road, they did hear the sound of drums, clay drums, horns, kettle drums, tom-tom. They did think this is the sound of drum, that is the sound of clay drum, and that is sound of horn, kettle drum and tom-tom. That means say that any sound that is coming in the divine world, that is the Brahma realm of, not Brahma, sorry, Deva realm of existence, any talk happening there or any talk happening here, you can open up your ear and listen. A sitar recital in earth and a sitar recital in Gandharva Loka. You can hear both of them. a dance program in Indra and a dance program here, you can visualize. So the next one is visualization. He talks about comprehending the mind of others. That means he is now able to read all the minds of all the people. Here is the mind with greed, here is the mind without greed, here is the mind with hate, here is the mind without hate, here is the mind with delusion. So all that constricted mind, restricted mind, scattered mind, expansive mind, unexpansive mind. Mind is not supreme, mind is very supreme. Immersed mind, unimmersed mind, freed mind, unfreed mind. So he gives a beautiful example here. Supposing there was a woman or a man who was young, youthful and fond of adornments, and they checked their own reflection in clean, bright mirror or clear bowl of water. If they had a spot, they know that they have a spot. I have a spot. And if they don't have a spot, they know they don't have a spot. To that extent, the mind is red. This is for Arhat. So somebody claims an Arhat. Test. Just sit silently in front of him. He should be able to read all that is happening in your mind. If he is also looking at you and you are also looking at him, thank you, Bhante, we will meet again, and you walk off. Because it's of no use. And he can see everything, and now he comes to the recollection of past life. This is for Arhat. If somebody says I'm an Arhat, he should have experienced this. They recollect many kinds of past life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 1,000, 100,000 rebirth, many eons of world contracting, many eons of world expanding, many eons of world contracting and expanding. They remember this, there I was named this, my clan was this, I look like this, and that was my food. This is how I felt the pleasure and the pain. And that is how my life ended. When I passed away from that place, I was reborn somewhere else. And there too I was named like this. My clan was this. I looked like this. And that was my food. This is how I felt pleasure and pain. And that is how my life ended. And when my Preeti left. When I passed away from that place, I was reborn here. And they so recollect many kinds of past life with features and detail. This is for Arhat. So if I say I'm an Arhat, no, impossible. Okay. So he gives an example. Suppose a person were to leave their home village and go to another village. From that village they'll go to another village, and from that village they return to their village, their home village. They think I went from my home village to another village. There I stood like this, sat like that, spoke like this, kept silent like that. From that village I went to another village. There too I stood like this, sat like that, spoke like this, kept silent, and from that village I returned back to my home village. So now I am purified to that level. And now he comes to clairvoyance. What is clairvoyance? Meaning to see everything. That was hearing. Now this is seeing. So what is he seeing? He is purified and they see sentient being passing away and being reborn. This I had experienced in Bodh Gaya. But after that I did not experience it at all. So only once I had this experience. How they are going, dying and going and coming back and going, and only once while I was meditating in Bodh Gaya, I had this experience. But didn't get it afterwards. That was in the year 2018. August we had gone there along with my Sri Lankan friend, and I told him, look, this is how it is happening. Then he looked at me and said, very good, but I am not able to see. So we went into that discussion. But anyway, so inferior, superior, beautiful, ugly, in good place, bad place, they understand how sentient beings are reborn according to their deeds. This dear being did bad things by way of body, speech and mind. They spoke ill of noble ones. They had wrong view, acted out of wrong view. When their body breaks up, after death. They are born in a place of loss, a bad place, the underworld, hell. These dear beings, however, did good things by way of body, speech and mind. They never spoke ill of others or noble ones. They had right view and they acted out of right view. When their body breaks up after death, they are reborn in a good place, a heavenly realm. And so with clairvoyance that is purified and superhuman, they see sentient beings passing away and being reborn, inferior and superior, beautiful and ugly, in a good place or a bad place. They understand how sentient beings are reborn according to their own deeds. This is clairvoyance. So he gives all the thing. One, he spoke about hearing, then reading the mind, then knowing how the being born in various existences all his lives, then how beings are going up and down. So he says that, and as an example, supposing there was a stilt long house at the central square, a person with good eyesight standing there might see people entering and leaving a house, walking along the street and path and sitting at a central square. They did think these people are entering and leaving a house, walking along the street and path and sitting at a central square. So you're sitting center and you're seeing people going here, there, coming back and again going and again coming back. So that is the experience, what you see in others and yourself. So with that, all the defilements are removed. Ending of defilement. Asavakhaya jnana. Asavakhaya jnana. Okay, so all the asavas are removed. Now they know the Four Noble Truths completely. Dukkha jnana, dukkha samudaya jnana, dukkha nirodha jnana, dukkha nirodha gamani patipada jnana. With that, they are freed. Now there is no more rebirth in any state of existence. And that is arhata phala samapatti. So now that person is truly an arhat. So Sāmaññaphalasutta, one sutta sufficient to complete. Yes, Kalpana ji.
After fourth jhana or in fourth jhana, can we go in devas and all the
yes, in fourth jhana. After the fourth jhana, you have established the fourth jhana, then you can do all of that. From Deva realm of existence to Brahma realm of existence to understanding a person's mind to knowing all your past birth. I can only know only one of my past birth. I am not able to see what he's saying. So I am very far away from becoming an arhat. And that is the reason when you all met me, I said I can help you with anagami. I cannot help you at present of becoming an arhat because I myself is not arhat. Once I really achieve all of this and I am able to come to Nagpur, sit next to you and able to talk to you and do all of that and do all the demonstrations, and then I can say that yes, I have surpassed anagami, now I am on the path to become an arhat, and once I finish arhat, I will come to know that my kina jati, that is the jati is ended, and I have become a complete Brahmana. Brahmacharya has been accomplished. Now I am a Brahmin, a complete Brahmin, who don't have any rebirth again. So now, now I have achieved. At present, sadhu is good, but let it happen. No, that is, I know the meaning of sadhu, but what I'm saying is that at present, as I speak to you, I'm not in that state, but certainly I am on that path. Okay. So I have to do lot of things. And that day itself, I was telling you that Anagami to Arhat is huge. Because you have to remove all the other 5 defilements or the samyojanas. So you have to remove Ruparaga, Udacha, then Mana, Avidya. Avidya will go in the last. Okay. Which Avidya? 4 Noble Truth Avidya. Right now we only know little bit of 4 Noble Truth. But when you really become an Arhat, you have experienced 4 Noble Truth. And hence you can now go wherever you want. If you want to go and meet Brahma, 2 minutes, they're in Brahma. You want to go and meet Indra, you can go and meet. You can want to meet a human being, you can meet. You want to meet an animal, you can meet. You can go to the lower realms of existence, you can go. Absolutely no problem. And I had gone in September 2019 to see all of those realms from below to above. It was a nice experience. But then can I do it all the time? No. It just happened. That's all. And from September 2019, I'm still thinking when it will happen. Not has happened. And the date also I remember, 28th of September 2019, 3 a.m. I had all of this experience till 5:30, 2.5 hours, full of fun. And I had not slept. And I was not dreaming. Both were not there. And I think it was 23rd of August 2018, Bodh Gaya, when I saw beings going up, when getting different realms of existence based upon their karma. But that was the only experience in Bodh Gaya, under the Bodhi tree. And after that, it has not happened. That means I have the ability, but the asavas are there and nivarna is there. Simple. So I am not able to do it. That's a fact. So I can't tell lies. You know all, I have experienced all of it. Sorry. I have experienced something, but I have not experienced all of it. You have to exactly get the result as shown in Sāmaññaphalasutta. So that is the reason we have to go by sutta. Don't go by anybody's word. Don't go by anybody's promise. Don't believe anyone who says that I am a Bhante, I am a Thero, I am a Arhat, I am this, I am that. No. He has to have all of that as per the sutta. Simple. One sutta only. You don't have to go to hundreds of sutta. From where will I search? What will I do? No. Only one sutta. You require 4 or 5 suttas with you. Which are Phenapindapama Sutta 1. Sāmaññaphalasutta 2. Indriya Bhavana Sutta 3. Mahanidana Sutta 4. Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta 5. You want to still more experience? Mahasatipatthana Sutta 6. And then Satya Vibhanga Sutta 7. Chula Vedala Sutta 8. Mahavedala Sutta 9. Chula Shunyata Sutta 10. Mahashunyata Sutta 11. Maximum. You will become an Arhat. You don't require more than your 10 fingers of sutta. You are not doing PhD in sutta. No. If somebody knows all the suttas, it's okay, no problem. Let him know. Knowing is of no use. You should experience all of this. So if we know DN2, Diga Nikaya 2, Sāmaññaphalasutta, Phenapindapama Sutta, and all of these suttas, what I just now said, sufficient. Sufficient. There's no other thing to know. And you want to do jhana? This is covered here also. It is covered in Jhana Sutta. So there is nothing extra. And Chula Shunyata Sutta, he talks about how to get into the jhanas by emptying yourself. Sufficient. So if any person, including me, says that you require to study this many things, no. You require to know so much of Dhamma, no. You require to have all the paramis, no. Nothing like that. You have to develop the paramis. It's not that you should have everything. No. You should be a Neya. Yes, to a certain extent, true. Should you be a Hetuka, Dvihetuka, Tihetuka, all that? Forget all that. Leave it. You practice. Don't go by Sutta. Don't go by Thero. Don't go by Bhante. You practice. Don't do shopping of Bhante. It's not required. Don't do shopping. Take one product, finished, marry it, close. You don't want that product, throw it, no problem. But don't keep on carrying, oh, this is one Bhante, I will listen. Second Bhante, I will listen. Third Bhante, fourth Bhante, fifth Bhante. No shopping. Why? He's given here. Why you want to shop? So don't go by that. This is one thing I want to tell you, that it is not required for you to do so many things and get yourself into confusion. That person says this person says that, that other person says one, another one person says another one, and this is not right, and that is not right, and that other one is not right, and this is right, this one is not right. I know this is right. I know that that person says, I know that is not right, and this is right. This is coming from Hindu, and that is coming from Buddhist, and this is coming from that one. All faludas, not required. Only this much. Sāmaññaphalasutta. Somebody says I am an Anagami Arhat. Okay, no problem, sir. Thank you for letting me know that you are Anagami and Arhat. Great, good news. So when are you coming to my hometown? And you should know where I stay. Simple. Correct? So I will be waiting for lunch or dinner. No, now it is COVID. I can't come. Sorry, sir, you are not a Arhat. What is COVID got to do with coming to my home? Nothing. Meaning I should be able to come out of the navel and reach your home. I like Suyog, so I can, Suyog says that I'll take you to my college. Yes, I'll join to your college. Next day I'll come and sit. I'm able to see all the students and you, but none of you can see me. But I can exactly say to you what all did I see, how it was, what each color dress each one had worn, what was discussed, everything. And when I meet you in the evening, I should be able to tell you, Suyog, yesterday in the college, in the afternoon when we were in the college, these things had happened. And then only you can believe, right? Simple. If I can't say, I think your college, yeah, where is it? No, sorry, wrong. Sir, please don't mind, you are not a Arhat. So you might be thinking you're a Arhat. Why don't you study Diga Nikaya 2, Sāmaññaphalasutta, and come back? Hey, I'm a Arhat. I know you are a Arhat. Why don't you read that once? Simple. So what is possible in Anagami? What is possible in Arhat? Possibility in Anagami is he will not see the body, he will see the consciousness with the body. That's all the difference. And that's the reason the Kama Chanda Vyapada will go away. After that, when he's seeing the consciousness, the psychic powers will start from then. At Sakadagami, there is no psychic power. At Sotapanna, no psychic power. Anagami, psychic power starts. Anagami to Arhat, it keeps on developing. Arhat, everything is there. Not even one thing what is not indicated here is not there, is there. Now, what's the difference between Samma Sambuddha and Arhat? Samma Sambuddha has found it by himself with his paramis. Arhat has all the defilements, but because of Buddha Shasana, he is able to remove that and become an Arhat. That's the difference. And what's the difference between Pacceka Buddha and the Samma Sambuddha? Pacceka Buddha is one who cannot teach, he just happens and he doesn't know how it happened. So becomes Pacceka Buddha. He cannot teach anyone. How did he get it? No, he doesn't know how did he get it. Samma Sambuddha knows every step, he knows. So that is the difference between Pacceka Buddha and Samma Sambuddha. And what difference between Arhat and Buddha is, Arhat requires help. Samma Sambuddha requires no help. He is on his own. So that's the reason only Samma Sambuddha can say Chakkum Udapadi, Jnanam Udapadi, Panya Udapadi, Aloko Udapadi. Nobody else can say. All this knowledge is from the Buddha teaching. So I cannot say Chakkum Udapadi, Jnanam Udapadi, Panya Udapadi, Aloko Udapadi, because all that is coming from the teaching. So the teacher is Buddha. Can I charge? No. Why? Because it's not mine to charge. So if any one of you ask me, how much do you charge? I can't charge because my boss is not charging. How can I charge? Simple. And that's the reason Dhamma is free. Because it's not mine to say that, look, I have found it. So only Samma Sambuddha can make that declaration that I have found the Dhamma on my own. But none of us can do that because we are part of this loka. These are the things. So for you and me, for every one of us, how do we know who we are? Look at yourself and see Kamachanda is there, Vyapada is there, Thinnamida is there, Kukucha, Udacha Kukucha is there, and Visikicha is also there or not there. First thing. At what level we have? Don't hate. That is the level we have. Simple. Work it out. It slowly eliminates the 5 hindrances, nivaranas. Then 5 indriyas. Work it out. Indriya samvara. Then everything as indicated here will start working. That's what we can do. I think we are already more time than what I thought. Hope you did not feel bored of Sāmaññaphalasutta. Yeah, go ahead.
Now we say that Sutta had 7 life after this, or Pakudha had 1 life, and
Anagami no life.
What will happen to Sutta after 7 life? Pakudha after 1 life, and Anagami after the Brahma.
No. He will exhaust and he will, in the case of Anagami, he will exhaust and he will directly get liberated from the Brahma Loka, from the Shuddha Vasa of Shuddha Vasa. How it is now? I think there is some background noise coming. 1 minute. Okay. Now, Shuddha Vasa. Shuddha Vasa is pure abode. So for Anagami, he will get into pure abode and he will get liberated from there. He cannot come down. Whereas in the case of Sakadagami and also Sakadagami and also in the case of Sotapanna, Sakadagami will have 1 human life. 1 human life. That's all. In the case of the Sotapanna, 7 lives need not be human. So it will be distributed between the Deva realm and the human realm of existence. Maximum 7 lives. Now if it is in Deva realm, it might be in yugas, because it will not be after this death the next life, right? So like that, but he will be reborn in that state of existence where he will not have any deprivation, just like what I am today. There's nothing which is making me feel deprived. Oh, tomorrow what will happen? Tomorrow my food, because I'm not working. See, basically you will end working with this, you will end working anywhere, but you will still be happy. I have stopped working from 2013 onwards. I am just a consultant, so whenever somebody calls me, I am doing it. Otherwise, I myself is not going for employment. Even though my son is a studying person, I don't have so much money, but I don't feel. So even though offers are coming, I feel, should I really do it? And why should I do it? This is the case of Sotapanna. But if I really see, every day is very nice life. I only have Dhamma. I don't have anything else to do. Wife is not asking me, let's do 100 things. My son is not asking me, let's do 100 things. So that is the blessing a Sotapanna will have. Okay. Now I was a Jati Sotapanna then. Now what am I? I have to climb to Anagami. Otherwise, this life also Sotapanna. Next life, again Sotapanna. Next life, another Sotapanna, like that, until 7 lives. After that, he has all the paramis, and this is what is the difference. So, Anagami from there only, from Sakadagami from one human life. And another thing you need to know, if you are a Sotapanna, you are a Jati Sotapanna, Dhamma will come to you naturally. You don't have to do anything. Like in my case, I have not studied under some teacher who has some bhante, and I have done something about it. No. Nobody has taught me. Some videos I have watched, but people watch so many videos, that doesn't mean that everybody will understand. But in my case, if I study the sutta, I can understand all its meaning and experience it also at the same time. And that is the beauty from Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami. All the 3 states that is going to happen. So we can't say it is 1 minute. I will just put for charging. So I can't say that it's only at Anagami or Sakadagami or Sotapanna. This experience of understanding the sutta, that is Dhamma Vishaya, Sati and Dhamma Vishaya, is going to be there all the time. So I've also checked out. So when I do Vedanta of Shankara, it immediately gets into it. I don't have to study or do anything. The moment I see the shloka, I understand, this is the meaning of it. And I teach them exactly what is required. And when I talk about Buddha Dhamma, I will not mix. No mixing this with that and nothing like that. And the sutta becomes so clear. I don't have to go and refer 10 books, listen to some 10 videos or lectures, and then do a lot of things. I have heard. I'm not saying I have not heard, but it becomes so clear. Okay, and that is the thing about a Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami. Dhamma becomes clear. Now the practice will have a flaw. Flaw of Kamachanda, Vyapada, Thinnamida, Uducha, Kukucha, and all that. That flaw will be there, but Visikiccha is not there. That is not there. The remaining 4 are there. So presently, as I speak to you, I have all of these 4. Only when these 4 nivarnas are gone, completely erased out, and the 5 senses are completely guarded, then I become an arhat. Otherwise, arhat is far away. Like I said, if I say the day I say to you, I will become an arhat, I will come and sit next to you to prove that I am an arhat. Otherwise, no use. Absolutely no use. Then we both can go to college where you teach. We can do a lot of things.
Sir, but if the Lord Buddha banned on it to show the Iddhi?
Yes, he did not ask people to show the Siddhi at that point in time because they were all ascetics. So he said there is no need. And even now, I'm saying I shouldn't be doing it. Because when I really become an arhat, I wouldn't be interested in showing any Siddhi unless it is really required. Or I might be doing it with people who I know. Let us say the 4 of you or 5 of you, or as many as you people are there, and if there is a need and I say, okay, let's go together, and I'm there. That Siddhi or Iddhi can be done, but it is not to showcase oneself or say that, look, I can do all of this, because that is not good. And especially not at Arhat. In fact, he will not be interested in doing any one of those. Okay, so Kalpana ji, just to clarify, why I'm saying that is that in today's world, you don't know who is an Arhat, who is not an Arhat. You don't know who is Anagami, who is not an Anagami. You don't know who is a Sakadagami, not a Sakadagami. You don't know who is a Sotapanna, not a Sotapanna. To do that, if you go by this, it's a demonstration. So, if somebody is able to do that, he has achieved. If not able to do it, he has to develop it. That's all. It's not that he can't develop it. Everyone can develop it. It's not that something is restricted to somebody only. No, it's available. Okay, so shall we end? It's already 8:22. 2.5 hours of this one. So tomorrow we'll do dhyana looking at this, meaning we will take some time, do the Kamachanda Vyapada, we'll remove the Nivarnas and do the Indriya Samvara, and tomorrow 7 to 8 p.m. we'll do jhana. So half an hour before, if possible, try doing that. Or 15 minutes before, or 10 minutes before, whatever. Just try to reduce all of this so that you can enter into 1, 2, 3 and 4 jhana. Okay, good night. Namo Buddhaya. Thank you.
Tomorrow timing.
Tomorrow what?
Tomorrow timing.
Timing 7 to 8. Oh, sorry, not 7 to 8. Sorry, 8:30 to 9:30. Sorry. 8:30 to 9:30. 8:30 to 9:30. No. Sundays it is 6 to 8. No. Sundays, Swatiji, it is 6 to 8. And all other days we will do from 8:30 to 9:30.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
のきっかけだけど。
そうだな。